Hello, this is Anthony George for modernplastics.tv. I'm with right now Mr. Vijay Merchant here at PlastIndia. Sir, welcome to modernplastics.tv.
Thank you.
Sir, I like to know, especially I like to start with the ban with the government of Maharashtra has started. The implementation has already started for ban on plastics. So what is your view, especially on the ban on plastics in Maharashtra, sir?
Basically, this is nothing new. There are other states which have also announced bans in the last 2-3 years. However, the ban sometimes doesn't carry very far, because what happens is it is not the plastic that is at fault, it is basically waste management. Now, unless you have a proper waste management system and infrastructure in place, it is no point blaming the product or blaming plastic products for the nuisance that is caused when people dispose irresponsibly.
Now, we have seen, especially in Mumbai, there are garbage vans coming and picking up the garbage. Now, if you see what has happened in most of the complexes, big complexes, there are even the society is planning to implement like dry waste and wet waste. There are two bins that are coming up. But what we see is that, sir, when when the collection happens, it is collected properly, but when it goes outside the complex, it is dumped in one waste bin only, sir. Can you tell any solution for this kind of problem, sir?
Yeah, there are practical solutions. We have done that. We have done a model, we did it 12 years ago in A ward of Mumbai, thanks to a understanding additional commissioner called Ajit Kumar Jain, who understood what we are talking about and understood that waste has value. And also understand that plastic waste can be recycled, and so can paper waste and other waste can be recycled instead of going to the landfills. And this is what the project that was done was, we first sensitized the residents in the area of Kolaba, Cuff Parade site, and subsequently made it mandatory for everybody to segregate the waste. And we said the municipality will only collect the wet waste. Dry waste, which was kept aside, was picked up in a tempo by a group of rag pickers and taken to a particular shed, open shed very at the border of Cuff Parade, where it was taken up, sorted out, and each of these rag pickers were able to make twice the amount of money they were earning before that, just by disposing of this waste to the recyclers. So this is possible. Subsequently, we have done that in 7 other wards of Mumbai. We would like to do it in all the 25 or 29 wards of Mumbai, and it can be demonstrated that if you reduce the solid waste going to the landfills, to that extent, the number of trucks going from one part of Mumbai to Dharavi or whichever can be reduced. So you save that much of fuel, you save that much of cost. At the same time, you allow the rag pickers to get a better income, you allow the recyclers to get better material and more material, as a result of which it helps your reduce greenhouse gases, has reduced CO2 emissions in the environment.
Now, mentioning about 6 to 7 wards, whereas you mentioned there are 25 to 29 wards where you can do this kind of implementation, sir. Presently, after this ban, have any of these societies or complexes in Mumbai, rather than the 6 or 7 wards where you have done it, have any of the wards approached for this kind of solution, especially from the BMC, sir?
The BMC is fully aware of this because that data is available. We have data for the last 11 years, an amount of solid waste collected, amount of different categories of waste. We have figures on what is plastic waste generated in a particular ward, what is the paper waste generated, what is the metal waste generated, what is the glass waste generated, what is the sawdust and wood waste generated. And we have accumulated not only the quantity of waste, we also accumulated the value realization of each of these waste to that particular group of rag pickers, who are earning double or more than that from the same waste. So it's a win-win for all. If the waste does not go to landfills, that much less cost is there to the municipality, that much less burden is there in the landfill. At the same time, society benefits, because when you recycle material, that there is that much of CO2 reduction in the environment. So this is value for everybody. However, it has to be a will. There has to be a will from the corporators, has to be a will from the particular ward officers, and also the top bosses who are sitting in Municipal Corporation of Mumbai. If they want to do it, it can be done. And there are many societies, many towns, etc., world over, where the administrators, authorities have participated with the residents and brought this about of zero waste. Zero waste is an excellent target, even Mumbai should be having.
Now, coming to PlastIndia, sir, after this ban, is PlastIndia ready to have, rather than asking that question, is PlastIndia, have any wards or BMC people or BMC officers approached any organization like PlastIndia for this kind of a solution where they see they approaching this kind of an organization, this organization may be helpful in bringing up recycling programs, especially in Mumbai.
Clarify a little further. Plast India is one of the partners or one of the founders of Indian Center for Plastics and Environment. This exercise is being conducted by the Indian Center for Plastics and Environment, where Plast India is on the board or governing council, executive council. So people have to approach ICP. They can approach Plast India, no doubt, and it can be done. But it is left. There are cities now because of the this thing in the awakening in the center. The Ministry of Housing and Urban Development has started ranking cities all over the country which have been able to handle waste properly and which are cleaner cities. And that has created now competition among cities all over the country to try and improve their waste management.
Coming to PlastIndia 2018, we have been speaking about environment and especially plastic ban. Now I'll come to PlastIndia 2018 exhibition, sir. How is the feedback, especially from the exhibitors, for PlastIndia 2018 that happened at Gandhinagar, Gujarat?
There is a lot of scope for plastics industry in this country. There is a lot of scope for new applications. The processors and the entrepreneurs are hungry for new materials, new technologies, new ideas and consultation. So Plast India will be a success every time it is held, wherever it's held. However, the infrastructure perhaps could be improved upon because this is one concern of the exhibitors and visitors. There were thousands and thousands of people almost every day, and perhaps some of the infrastructure facilities being offered and the hotels, its accommodation, etc., could have been better. But the only thing is, this is something new. Gandhinagar is something new, and you have to have the culture. The city or the town has to have a culture, like they have in Germany. Dusseldorf, Cologne, etc., have a culture of holding international fairs, international events. Once that culture gets in, right down from the hotel owners to the servicing industry, to the taxi drivers, to the transporters, all those people have to have a culture that these type of events have a trickle-down effect. In a sense, the economy benefits, the particular city benefits, and all the residents benefit. This culture has to be perhaps, it's a challenge amongst the administrators of Gujarat, that if you have to have that culture, then you have to have proper hospitals, proper hotels, proper transport facilities, whatever it is, which makes the people coming, visitors or exhibitors, more comfortable and reliable.
Thank you for being with modernplastics.tv. This is Anthony George from modernplastics.tv. Thank you, sir.